is your step-by-step guide on how to create a work success journal. Step 1, choose your format. Decide between a digital tool like Evernote, Notion, OneNote, or a traditional notebook based on your preference and convenience, right? So Notion has lots of different templates. See if you can find you a template that you would use, right? It's easy to use, it's easy to customize, even without a template, okay? The second thing I want you to do, I want you to define some categories, right? What you are going to do here is set together some categories for achievements that are pertinent to you. So for example, promotions, awards, recognitions, right? And significant milestone, completed projects, notable presentations, right? So you just find a way to kind of have sections for each one so that every time this happens, you just go in there, write it down. This week, I actually had a really good presentation in front of our global leaders to the point that the head of global organization messaged my boss to say, that girl is sharp. I was like, I would take that as a pat in my back. Does it boost my confidence? Kind of, sort of. But more than anything for me, it's something that I can note down for when it's time for me to negotiate my salary. I also want you to really start thinking in terms of impact metrics. Quantitative results, such as sales generated, that's quantifiable. Customer retention rate, that's quantifiable. Budget saving, productivity enhancement, revenue growth, and performance metrics, right? So you really want to think about things that are quantifiable. I'm going to have a whole video coming up just on how you can quantify your accomplishments. Be on the lookout for that and click the subscribe button because lots of great things are coming. Here is another category: key projects. Detailed description of your role, your personality, specific action taken, obstacles you've overcome, any other measurable outcomes. If you had key projects, how did you win in those projects? Note those down. Another category you can have is positive feedback. Any testimonials, any thank you notes, client emails, peer recognition. This week, I did get that positive feedback from my boss's boss's boss, right? And that's an exciting thing that this week I just noted in my success journal. Step number 3, you need to schedule consistent entries. This took me a long time. I was always somebody who had a success journal or a brag book, but I never was consistent in making sure that I noted my achievements in there. But that has changed this year. I worked for a company before that they really didn't have the same type of systems that I have now. I'm in a global organization, like multinational. My company is worth well over $80 billion. So the bureaucracy of corporate is a lot higher. So what I started implementing is about 10 to 15 minutes on Fridays to write down my successes for that week. And sometimes, honestly, I don't have any. It's okay. But at least I have that time scheduled. And yes, add it to your Outlook. Schedule it. Literally schedule it in your Outlook, okay? If it's not scheduled, I don't know about you, but if it's not scheduled for me, it's not going to happen. Consistency is going to be crucial. If you're regularly tracking your progress towards your goal, right, it will help you achieve them faster. 4, reflect and analyze quarterly. I know that for a lot of people, our goals tend to be like mid-year goals, but for yourself, go into your goals and analyze them. Every quarter, set aside a dedicated time to go through and review your journal entries and begin to identify key themes. This is really important. You can even use ChatGPT to help you with this, honey. We have new tools, right, that we can use. But by identifying key themes, you can begin to pinpoint areas for professional growth and evaluate your progress towards your annual goals. This is really important. I do have to say, though, we've made it a habit of only recognizing things, of only thinking about personal growth in places where we are deficient. But if people are constantly telling you, you are really good at bringing people together, you are really good at influencing, how can you make that even better? So, what I want you to do here as an action step is to proactively schedule these reflective sessions in your calendar to ensure accountability and regular assessments. Please, please, please don't put it in your head. Put it on a calendar. And if you put it on your work calendar, we're always, like, all day long, you are in your work calendar. So put it in there and check on your goals every quarter. The fifth thing I want you to do is to utilize your journal strategically. Leverage documented wins for your annual performance review, promotion discussion, resume updates. Yes, these wins are not just for your current company, right? You're a smart woman, you're a power maven, you are positioning yourself for success tomorrow. Not just right now in this company. That next company, you already have all the plans for where you're going to go next. Okay? And also, networking conversations. You never know where your next employer is going to come from. So, by having concrete examples from your journal entry when preparing for a job interview, negotiating a raise, or when advocating for yourself in a professional setting, it is a powerful tool for you to have backing you in all of these different conversations. Before you go, follow me on my other platforms. On my business channel for career, business, and money strategies to build your corporate exit strategy. On my lifestyle and travel vlog for the real life behind the strategy. And on my podcast, From Corporate to CEO, for daily side business tips and motivation. But the real work happens in the community. This is where we support each other and build this together. Same values, same season, and same direction. I'll see you there.